Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Sammy. Happy New Year. First of all, I hope everyone had a happy new year. This is our first video of 2026, and I want to start by saying I think I'm wrong. I think I was wrong. Now, if you've been watching my content lately, you're probably saying, yeah, Sammy, you were wrong. Maybe, maybe not. And I'm referring to my past video on 0.4, The Last of the Druids, being a little bit underwhelming. Now, we can debate the definition of that, but in that video, I said, 0.4 in the first couple of weeks felt meh. I even went as far as saying, I don't think 0.4 is a W, but I have to say, something very strange and weird has been happening over the holiday season, and I wanted to make this video. And what I see happening is a trend of, dare I say, a rejuvenation of the league. And it all is tied to this divine bonanza with people farming the league content in 0.4. And that is the fate of the Vol League and how the Temple has, well, it's gone through some phases. Initially, it started with where's the loot? And then Grinding Gear Games did a little buff. Now, in hindsight, they'd probably look back and say, maybe we shouldn't have done that, because now it's overtuned. Anyway, so they did the buff, and then we had that glitch, not glitch, and you decide whether it was a glitch or not, with Holton and level whatever you had to be, 79, and you could instantly get the temple up again. And then there's this snake thing. Now, I don't know anything about this well, I don't know all of it. Sorry, let me correct myself. But I am starting to look into it. I will admit it. I literally just started looking into it. And we'll see whether or not I adopt the so-called OP setup. But people are farming divines like it's left, right, and center. 40 div an hour, 50 div an hour, whatever it is. People are making currency. Now, there is a drawback to that. And that is there's a lot of people that have been complaining about it. That it's, crashed the economy and it's screwed up so much fun and gameplay for a certain part of the player base. Now, I'm not here to debate that. And to be honest with you, I need to think a little bit more. I want to contemplate more on that topic later on. But I think I'm wrong. I think the player base has kind of been rejuvenated. Now, there were already people that were enjoying the 0.4 patch, The Last of the Druids. And that's purely on the fact that the Druid class has really amped up the build diversity in Path of Exile 2. So I really think as time goes on, more of us are going to appreciate the fact that the Druid and the diversity in the builds that you can build in that class are really probably going to be the standard moving forward for the rest of the classes. Heck, some people are already saying, hey, go back and relook at the ascendancies for the other classes. I might have been initially wrong with my initial assessment of 0.4. And you know what? I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. And, time will tell, but this league may end up doing a 180 and surprising us and being a fun league after all. And hey, look at that, Grinding Gear Games. You make, currency accessible to a lot more people, and look what it does to the player base. So it's very interesting to see how this league has been going up and down, up and down, up and down. More and more people, I'm hearing more and more people, say that this is one of their favorite leagues, if not their favorite league so far in 0.4. Now, is that tied to the divine and currency bonanza with the temple? Is that tied to the Druid? I would imagine it's a mix of both. But regardless, this is really, really good news for Path of Exile 2. I gotta say, I was really worried about just 0.4 falling flat on its face. Now, again, Time will tell, but I think this might prove my initial take wrong, and that at the end of 0.4, people are going to look back and say, you know what, that was a great league. So just wanted to do this video, first of all, to say Happy New Year to everyone. And also, I wanted to get everybody's take on, have you gone through this? Like I have gone through this. I went through the initial, oh my God, this league sucks. I don't like it. Now, the Druid, it doesn't align with my personal preference of play style. So I already knew going in that it was going to be a long shot that I was going to like the Druid class, but that's my own personal choice. It has nothing to do with the design of the build, the class, because there are a ton of people enjoying the Druid class, and who knows, maybe I'll go back and revisit it. But I really was like, man, and then the end game wasn't, nothing was done to the end game per se. And I really, nothing currency wise, the drops were really meh in the temple in the beginning, prior to the hot fix and prior to what's going on now. But I have to say, now that I'm farming the end game and really more invested in the temple more and more, and okay, it's probably also correlated with the fact that I'm doing tier 15s and tier 14s right now. So I'm at the pinnacle of the end game. So the drops are there. Although I've only had 2 divine drop so far in this league. But I have to say, I even think the temple has provided some outlet for people that really were chewing at the bit for a beautiful end game, for it to be rejuvenated. I think in some sense, even the temple has done that. And I really think the temple is a formula moving forward that is going to give grinding gear games an amazing foundation to build off of. And I do think the temple does need to be looked at and improved. And that's part of game design. They're always going to look at the content and try to improve it. So maybe this is just a natural course it was going to take anyway. But get in the comments section. Let me know what your experience has been. Has it been like mine? Really roller coaster ride, really down and out in the beginning. And I'm like, this is going to be the shortest league since I've started playing Path of Exile 2 to now, where I kind of got a second wind and I feel like playing again. And I'm excited to stream and log in at night and play. So get in there. Let me know if that's kind of what you have gone through, or have you been sold since it launched, or it doesn't matter what's going on. You hate it. You don't like the Druid class. Maybe you're really upset with this just bonanza with the currency and that it screwed you from an economy standpoint, and it's really impacted your ability. Maybe you're someone that relies on trade and things have just skyrocketed so much you can't keep up with the inflation of the market. Get in there. Let me know. I'm really curious to hear. But I have to say, I might have been wrong. And I've been wrong before, don't get me wrong. But I was really certain that this was not going to be a banger of a league. And God damn it, I think I'm wrong, because I'm hearing more and more. And the people I've spoken to offline have said, what are you talking about? Like, this is one of my favorite leagues. So get in the comment section. I kind of want to gauge that and see what you guys are thinking, what your experiences have been. And Happy New Year. Anyway, as always, if you can like and comment and help push this video through the YouTube algorithm, I have established some pretty healthy goals for 2026. So we got to get off to a banger of a start. So please, if you can like and comment, but if you really want to support the channel, please hit the subscription button. It'll mean the world to me. It is the best way to support my content. I want to get it out as front as many eyes and ears as possible. I love talking about Path of Exile 1, Path of Exile 2, video games in general. So if you want to hear my take, please hit that subscription button, because we're going to be creating content left, right, and center in 2026. We're going to keep the momentum that we had in 2025. So if you could subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Anyway, we'll hope to see you next time. Take care. The opinions expressed in this video are mine and solely mine. Healthy debate is always encouraged. Hate is never welcomed. So get over it.